Hi, good evening. Welcome to the Healing Hearth. My name is Elizabeth. This here is Gomez. He just got all nice and comfy. And we're here to do a nice quick little reading for the weekend to come. But of course, whenever you come across this video, I'm sure there's a message for you. There's no such thing as mistakes, just divine time, right? So with that, I ask if you haven't already, please feel free to follow me or like and subscribe my YouTube channel, which this is also uploaded to. And let's get started. We'll start with grounding our energy. Take a deep belly breath in and let it go. We call upon the masters, teachers, ancestors, angels, spirit guides, spirit team, and power animals to fill this space. We allow roots to extend from our feet and our root chakra down through the earth, Mother Earth Gaia. We thank her for her ever-present support and loving nurturing, for feeding us, for allowing us to live here. Deep, deep gratitude. We activate the Earth Star Chakra to have an even stronger connection and to pull our energy into our being, to take us out of our minds. I activate the Root Chakra for safety and stability. I activate the Sacral Chakra, a light with an orange flame for creativity, our life force energy, our fertility. I activate the solar plexus for our self-confidence, our self-worth, bright yellow sun, sunflower. I activate the heart chakra for connection, for heart-centeredness, for love, for alchemization of our higher knowing and our human experience. I activate the throat chakra so that we may speak authentically and from our truths. I activate the third eye so that we may trust our inner voice and our inner guidance before we see proof. I activate our crown chakra, open to divine connection and divine communication. And I connect to the soul star, which is our connection to the universal life force energy. We are in a beautiful white column of light where we are protected and no negative entities, self-doubt, self-harm, self-betrayal is welcome in this space. Any negative entities may go now. Only love, compassion, beauty, and understanding is welcome in this space. May all evil eyes shut that gazes upon us. I fully invoke everyone's angelic force, and I ask that Spirit grants me the permission to deliver a message for the highest and best good for all those involved in this reading, whoever comes across this video and this message, or something better. Ashe. Let's get started. Okay, so first thing to note, we are going to be entering Mercury Retrograde Friday, January 14th. Mercury will be retrograding back through, so for those who don't know, retrograde means that planets are moving backwards from our perspective on Earth, right? And this is like in physics, it's just like the speeds of the planets, right? And so Mercury is about to retrograde through Aquarius, which is about community. This one just flipped over. The five of cups flipped over. And we got the Hermit in the reverse. Yeah, so it's gonna be kind of like reviewing all of Lovers' past. I feel like is kind of gonna be the theme, like old friendships, old connections, old communities, old jobs, but like jobs in the way of like service. So this could also be revisiting an idea of like community service for some. And with this also, with Venus also being in retrograde, Venus has been in retrograde for the last couple of weeks, and that's been really bringing into question what we value and our worth of others and ourselves and of our situations around us. I feel like this Mercury retrograde is going to give us the perspective of revisiting old, first old people and like old family connections, and seeing how much you've grown and noticing that people don't trigger you the way that they used to. And so it's kind of like, good on you, honey boo. But also there might also be situations where you come across someone from your past and you realize that they have grown too and that they're in a totally different space. Maybe this is a call for reconnection. Maybe this is going to be a call for grief for some of you about how you felt rejection in the past from this person and they're doing so much better. And like, if that's you, if that's your perspective, look at yourself. Like, all of our relationships are just mirrored reflections of how we feel about ourselves. That's why, you know, love and appreciation come forward. And like, yeah, we could focus on the lower vibrational things such as like envy and you know, corruption, that kind of stuff. But I don't like to focus on that stuff because I think it kind of gives it more gumption, and I refuse. So my channel, my rules. So it's gonna kind of, if you're seeing these people and you're a little envious and you're looking at like, oh, you know, they've grown so much, look at yourself, see how much you've changed. I mean, it's been years since you've seen this person. Think about the different life changes that have happened in your life, and you know, how you're just in a totally different place. Don't get distracted by the external validation or the external perception of somebody else, because you don't know unless you've walked in someone else's shoes, right? You're just coming in at this last snapshot of a moment. Okay, let's talk about these cards that popped out with the shuffle. We have the Five of Cups, and we have Hermit in the reverse. And I think this is that review of like people of the past, and like noticing kind of, I feel like this is a little bit of grief, right? So you're a little and maybe a little bit of isolation this weekend over it. It's like it's giving me crying over spilt milk vibes, right? What's the challenge here, Spirit? What's the challenge? Ooh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, I love this. All right, so we got the Ace of Cups. We got Justice. This is very Libra. We got the Fool, right? Love the Fool. And we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so this is kind of gonna, so grief, I think, is going to evolve into a fresh new perspective, which is what the Fool and the Ace of Cups is giving me. It's like this new emotional perspective, a new perspective, a shift in mind. It's kind of like, and with the Justice, we have the Scales, right? So that's all about rebalancing, bringing balance to your thoughts instead of being envy, like not letting this shake you, not letting you doubt yourself and your own abilities, regardless of how you might feel triggered by the actions of another person, whether they're, you know, malicious intent or not. It's like that trigger. The challenge is not blaming that person for triggering you. It's the accountability for yourself of like, okay, how can I find my center through this challenging situation, this challenging conversation? I also feel like people are, okay, so Hermit in the reverse makes me think that you've been isolated a little too long, but like the Fool card with this kind of gives me like a breaking free, like heading back out into the world, which I mean, I guess is Earth. And I get the feeling that this is kind of like renewed hope, like a new beginning. It's very like a Chariot vibes. It's kind of like letting whatever comes to you come, and trusting that what's for you is not going to miss you. And I feel like this evaluation of people's past is going to give you new time for self-reflection, and that self-reflection is going to be like, you know what, I need to get out of my house. I've been isolating, and I've been in my isolation and in my hermit mode. I've been creating scripts around myself, which like aren't true reality. So I'm gonna go out in the world and like see how it actually is, and go out and like look with fresh eyes. Like I'm gonna go to a restaurant I've never been to before. I'm gonna go do this fun activity because you have the extra day of the weekend. You want to make it special. You want to make it count. You don't want it to be all work. Add that extra day for fun. What else we got? I'm feeling like back solar plex. I feel like someone feels a little betrayed. Someone feels a little stabbed in the back by someone who is very close to them. Queen of Swords. And I see you like setting a boundary with this person. This person crossed a boundary, whether intentional or not, and you're gonna just lay down the fucking law. And you're gonna be like, nope, this is unacceptable. You treat me with respect or we are incompatible. I don't know if that's gonna be as well received, but like, I mean, if you're new to this whole boundary thing, boundaries are, you know, when you set up boundaries with someone who's never gotten a boundary from you before, you're gonna get some serious like back push. Like expect that, it's fine. Because 10 of coins is, it's like, you're finally realizing your value and like settling in that, and you're like, I'm not accepting that anymore. Moon card in reverse. I have a feeling you know that this is like gonna happen. The 2 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So it's kind of like maintain your balance, maintain your cool, practice discernment, respond and don't react, right? Because this person is just, you know, they're not worth your time. Like you knew that this was an ending coming, and it was just a matter of time for you to be fed up and be like, you know what? I fucking deserve better, and I'm not settling for subpar anymore. You know, level up with me or I'm leaving you behind. And I don't mean that in a way that's like cruel. I mean that in a way that's supposed to be like empowering. Like you deserve so much better. You deserve so much better than what you've been served, and you're starting to see that. And if someone refuses to match your vibration, if someone refuses to like rise up to your level, you're in this place, that Queen of Swords, like I am not stooping I'm not stooping to your level, peasant. I'm just gonna keep going and keep doing me. If you can't meet my terms of respect and human decency, I don't know if I even want to be around you anyway. Oh, we got the 2 of Swords again. Really wants to come out. What other message do we have in here? Can I get a clarification? Thank you. Okay. 5 of Swords. Some of you are getting nervous about this message. Chill out. There's nothing you have to like actively prepare for. There's no fight you need to like pre-write in your mind. It's cool. It's fine. It just is what it is. There's no aggression here. There's no ill will. There's no like, no one's gonna come out and attack you. Like, I'm not talking like a verbal attack where someone like stops you in the middle of like Target parking lot and screams at you for like not moving your cart out of the way of their car. I'm not talking like something crazy like where you have to like pull in the back of your mind of what ifs. I'm talking like this is just a disagreement between like colleagues, between friends, and just in a way that it doesn't have to, when you get triggered, you don't have to respond. You can, you don't have to react. You can respond. You don't have to let those feelings of anger run over you, right? You can approach it, Page of Cups. You can approach it like a little bit more softly and compassionate, being like, listen, I understand where you're coming from and I get it. However, you know, this situation, it doesn't work for me. I love and respect you, and I want you to love and respect me back, and this is just one of my rules where you can show me how you respect me. Okay, we got Death in the reverse. I love the Death card. Death in the reverse, which is beautiful because this is kind of like a stimulus where you know, like, you can let go. Like, endings aren't always bad. Endings can also be really beautiful beginnings. Queen of Wands. How do you want to surround yourself? You're realizing that you yourself are in the driver's seat, that you get to say what's acceptable in your life. And it's like, how do you want to live your life? Not matching the vibration of everyone else around you. Like, ignore the external and like go within for a second and be like, how can I manifest my dream life, right? How can I make steps to create my dream life on a daily basis? And how do you do that? You become the change. It's kind of like the old saying of like, dress for the job you want, but I'm talking like energetic body. So it's like, start acting like the job you want. Start showing up in the way that you want to show up in the future, and the future will come and your situation will be there, and all of a sudden it's present day, right? There's no such thing as a future. That's like kind of an illusion, right? An illusion for procrastination is what I just heard. All right, we got the Emperor in the reverse, and we got the Ten of Cups again. It's all good. This is a good ending, but it's kind of like, it's nice that, you know, like these certain people, it's like, it's nice you have nice words, but I want to see how your actions and your words match. Like, promises mean nothing if they don't have any action to back it up. I don't want you to promise me you'll be respectful. I want you to show me. I want to experience that in real time. Okay. I'm gonna go to my, I freaking love this deck, man. I've been saving this for myself, but it's just so beautiful. This is the Cosmos Oracle deck by Carmen Bello, and it's just like it's just stunning. I freaking love this deck. So let's see what else we got here for the energy for the weekend ahead. Someone might want to get like a massage or like go get a manicure where they rub your shoulders. My neck got really tight. This might also be like, you know, back, throat chakra, like speak your truth. Don't be afraid to stand out. Don't be afraid to be authentic. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. Because at the end of the day, who's going to do that besides you? You know what I mean? Okay. All right. We have, Horizons. Horizons, which says intention, potential, and foresight. There's inner child, innocence, play, reparenting. We have throat chakra, communication, right there. Did I call it, or did I freaking call it, man? Presence, acknowledgement, mindfulness, and openness. We have the Alchemist, metamorphosis, depth, and endurance. This is like very much death card, right? We got that. And we got power, solar plexus, freaking called it. Confidence, strength, and vitality, self-worth. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have fire element, which is energy, impulse, and ascendant. Okay, so this is a lot. Let's unpack it. All right. I have a feeling that a lot of you have been like trained to like in the parenting style of like children are seen and not heard, and so that's why you struggle to speak up for yourself and your own boundaries, because it's like it almost felt like in a previous time it wasn't okay to have boundaries, that boundaries were mean, and you're waking up to realize like you're changing, you're realizing this new is like no, I have as much of a right to my voice as anyone else does. I have as much of a right to say what my heart wants than anyone else does. And it's learning to reparent yourself and be like, you know, it's okay. It's okay. And being mindful about that reaction, especially if you get like hot-headed about it, right? Especially if you're the kind that like hates to be silenced. It's like almost asking for like more mindfulness to approach yourself with compassion and be like, where does this anger stem from? Like, where does it come from? And understanding, like having the intention to heal this, not to like harbor more anger and like keep holding on to that, because it feels like exhausting. And also when you keep debating this stuff, it's really making you question who you are. It's like almost by holding on to that anger, it's going against your true nature, which is like love and connection. And when you hold and harbor onto that anger and that sadness, and you adopt that as a part of your identity, you're limiting yourself and selling yourself short, because you're not opening yourself up to all the potential and all the beauty that could come into your life if you just say, you know what, this is how it was, but this is not how it is anymore. Period. All right. Let's see how we can manifest our greatness this weekend. How we step into that power, that solar plexus, that lioness vibe. Very lioness vibes of like, don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with my baby, even though like the baby is you and you know it. It's like, don't fuck with me anymore. I'm done. I'm done. You guys got a lot. This is amazing. I love this. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Bottom of the deck. Lighten up. Lighten up. Don't take it so seriously. It was what it was. It's not what it is, and we're just gonna move on. Right. Focus on one thing at a time. Live in the moment. Shine some light on it. Ask for help. Self-care. Tell your friends your goals and mull it over. You might have to rewatch this video. You might have missed a message. If you feel called, go back, rewatch. But I also feel like the tell your friends your goals is like what I was saying of like, speak your truth, speak what you need to. And like, I'm not saying this is gonna pose like everyone's just gonna walk out of your life. Like, no, there are gonna be some people who are like, oh, there she is. Absolutely. People who love and respect you and want to show up and just didn't understand how they were coming off, and they will adjust. There's no loss here. There is no loss here. It's leveling up. Anyone who refuses to match, it's like, okay, whatever. Asking for help, I feel like this is like rooted in that anger, and some of you might want to think about seeing a new therapist. Your therapist might not be the best. Or if you're not seeing a therapist, you might want to see a therapist, because I just feel like you have a lot on your mind, you have a lot on your heart, and if you're going into this new mode of communication, you're going to want someone, like a third party, to run these ideas by, especially if you're like really concerned about and scared of change. I mean, therapy's amazing. I'm gonna just say that. I go to weekly therapy, and it is life-changing. It is something that I love and appreciate and look forward to every single week, because it's just somebody who's there to hear me, hear my emotions, and allow me to take the space I need to express myself and express my thoughts and reframe my thoughts that are more of judgments, or, you know, might be more detrimental, or might be like holding me back, right? Also gives you really helpful tools for coping with stress, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I got self-care. Right, take a bath, get your nails done. Like I said before, get your nails done. Self-care is not a luxury. Self-care is necessary. And if you've been putting yourself at the bottom of your own list, it's time to stand up for yourself and to do that. Like start taking care of yourself. Like even if it's just like 5-10 minutes a day. You're a busy mom, you have a jam-packed schedule. 5-10 minutes a day, plenty. Like, have some coffee in your slippers before anyone else wakes up, you know, like listen to some music, maybe do like a little dance session by yourself with like earbuds if you have like a house full of people. Also, how do you take care of yourself? Do you consider exercise to be part of your self-care? Because I feel like you should. Not for the sake of like I need to look a certain way, but like I need to move my body and dispel this energy, because it's just unexpressed tension that I just need to let out. I feel like a kickboxing class or like a good scream would be good for you. That would be excellent self-care, as a scream. I was thinking about screaming earlier today. I didn't yet. Live in the moment. Don't rob yourself of the present moment, because that's where your power is. If you're worrying about what's coming next, or you're worried about I just feel like someone's really worried about when I said like you're gonna have to set boundaries. It's like don't worry about it. Like, you'll know what's happening when it happens. If you worry about it, it's like almost like putting that vibration out there for like more aggression to come at you. Not to like scare you, but just like, you know, practice mindfulness, keep that in check. If your adrenal system is like running out like crazy, maybe like go for a walk, go for a run, dispel that energy. That might help. Okay, so let's see how we can take care of ourselves this weekend. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your love and support and likes and follows. I really appreciate it. If you like what I do, you can book a session with me. I do one-on-one Zoom sessions. You would book those through my website, healinghearth.net. Right now I have a promo code for Heal 2022. I'll put it in the description. You can have 25% off your first reading with me. But also if our schedules just don't gel, I also do like written readings, which is what I call like love notes from spirit, which are just like 2 to 3 page essay. You would email me an intention or like what you want to know more about, and within 48 hours I'm gonna send you a written tarot reading. The only difference is that like there's no back and forth with a one-on-one session. That's why they're different prices, you see. I just tell you what it is. Okay, we got flow like water. We have meditate. We have family. Some people might have family visiting. I know I do. I'm really excited. And deep breathing. So there's nothing to stress about. Just go with the flow. Don't worry about it. Make sure you're hydrated. You know, it's kind of like if you feel you have to, count. You're gonna be so mad when you hear this. Count to 10 before you say something in response. Like, it's okay. It's okay to think before you speak. Oh, we also have connect with the earth. What is it talking about? Like walk through nature. But I think just like, you know, being mindful of how you act and react, and even if you're not perfect, at least noting that and be like, that's something I look forward to working on for the future. You know what I mean? And just like taking accountability of like, yeah, I didn't really handle that situation the best, or like, yeah, I was really nervous and I was like on the defense before I even like parked the car at that place to get a drink with that friend. You know, like that kind of a thing. So with the meditating and the deep breathing, like that's very much like the mindfulness, like live in the moment, don't stress about it, flow with it. You know, you don't need to worry about things that are gonna come, because I mean, you'll be able to respond in real time of when it happens. And I'm not too worried. I'm really not too worried. And with that, I want to thank you. I thank the angel, spirit guides, teachers, ancestors for all their wisdom. I release them from this space and send them with grace and love. I bless all of you who are watching this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so happy to connect with you in this way. Again, if you'd like to book a session with me, you can do so through my website, healinghearth.net. And I will list the promo codes in the description box below. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye.